class, this is your course package L1, example 4. L1, example 4. Okay, so the question is saying for you to go ahead and graph this function. It's a cubic function, and it actually is factorable. So g of x, when you factor, you will have x on the outside, and then on the inside, you will have x squared minus 4. And x squared minus 4 is going to be x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, so that's how that function is being factored. And when we are looking at the graph of it, we are looking at, here's the y-axis, here's the x-axis. I'm going to go ahead and just sketch. The x-intercepts are going to be at 0, -2, and 2. Okay. Now, suppose x is like a negative number, say somewhere right over here. Let's pick -10 for x. When x is -10, x to the third power is -1000. -10 times 40 is positive 40. -1000 plus 40 is going to be negative. So when x is a negative number way on to the left, your function value is a negative number. So you know that your function is going to come up from here. And then it's going to have to go down to here. And this is having multiplicity of 1. And you have seen this in pre-calculus. Multiplicity of 1 means it is going to cross through. And so it's going to have this sort of graph, right? On the y-axis, I'm not to scale that, but it's going to look something like that. Okay, now the question that the problem is asking you is, at which point does this graph has the tangent line of 0 slope? Now, what does it mean to have 0 slope? 0 slope is when your tangent line is horizontal. And does it make sense that it's right there and right here? So it would be at negative something in between -2 and 0, and then the other one in between 0 and 2, right? So here are when the slope would be 0, meaning you have horizontal tangent line. Now let's actually go and find that. And how do we find it? We would say, let's start with g of x is x to the third minus 4x, and the slope of the tangent line, right? Slope of the tangent line is when you have h is approaching 0. That's the limit definition of slope of the tangent line. So you say slope of the tangent line. Okay, based on previous videos lessons, you say slope of the tangent line is limit as h goes to 0 of what? G of x plus h minus g of x all divided by h. Okay, so now we will see limit at h go to 0. We would say all over h right here. Okay, and we are looking at x plus h to the third power minus 4 times x plus h. That is the first part, minus the second part is your function, which will just be x to the third minus 4x. Okay, when we expand, we will have limit as h go to 0 of course you still have just h on the denominator. On the numerator, you have x to the third plus 3x8 squared plus 3x squared h plus h to the third. If you expand x plus h to the third power, that's x plus h times x plus h times x plus h, and that's what you will get. Minus 4x minus 4h minus x to the third plus 4x. All right, now you have seen this so many times already in your lessons, right? A bunch of things is going to cancel out. So like x to the third minus x to the third minus 4x plus 4x is going to be gone. And as you notice, everything that is left over has an h to it. So we are going to divide everything by h. So we have limit as h goes to 0 of, well, I don't need a fraction anymore. I'm going to go ahead and divide everything by h. And when I divide everything by h, I will have 3xh plus 3x squared plus h to the second minus 4. That's what's left over after I take everything and divide by h. Okay? Now what happened when h go to 0? When h go to 0, this is very close to 0, so that whole thing is 0. This whole thing is 0. So we have what's left? 3x squared minus 4. Okay, so we are saying the slope of the tangent line is, at any given point x, is 3x squared minus 4. All right, so question is asking, when is this slope 0? Right, when is the slope of the tangent line 0? Well, let's set it equal to 0 and solve. 3x squared minus 4 equal to 0. Add 4 divided by 3. Okay, so x squared is 4/3. Square root both sides. X is going to be square root both sides here. You will have plus or minus. Square root of 4 is 2 over square root of 2, right? I mean 3. And then we're going to rationalize that. And when we rationalize that, we have 2 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so where do we have 0 slope? Right here at x equals negative 2 square root of 3 over 3. Or right here at x equals to 2 square root of 3 over 3. Those are when the slope of the tangent line is 0, meaning that's where you have those peaks right there. That's where your function turns around.